Hey everybody, and welcome back to the board meeting. Today we're doing another reviews and ratings episode where I review and rate all the different games I've been playing the past few weeks with friends, family, and even solo. So I'm going to go through the games, review them quickly, give my personal thoughts on them, give my personal ratings of them, and move on. We're going to do this pretty quickly, and I apologize if you can hear construction in the background. They've been working on the streets for like 2 weeks, so yeah, I eventually have to record this video. So we're just going to try and make it through it. I'm sorry if you can hear them, though. We've got 8 games today, and we're going to go through them all. I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite. So let's start off with some poop. This is Poo the card game. This is a battling skirmish game where you are flinging poo at each other. You're playing as monkeys, and you have so much health points. And if you lose all your health or poo points, you are eliminated. And the game is very simple. You're just basically playing a card and it's going to fling poo at people. Kids are going to love this theme. Adults, immature adults like my friends and stuff. This was funny to play through once. And I mean, it is your skirmish games, very light-hearted, but not one I'm going to want to go back to a lot. It's going to get a 5.5 rating from myself, but if you've got kids, you might want to pick this game up and just play with them. They're going to have a blast with this, just because of the theme. You know, everybody when you're kids, you like poop. I don't know. Going on to the next game. The next game is a little card game. This is Similo. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but in this game, you're going to get a deck of cards and there's characters. You are then going, if there's 2 different sides, you're cooperating. You are going to make a grid of these characters, and the one player is trying to get the other players to basically eliminate all the other characters besides their character. And how you're going to be doing that is you're going to play a card of one of these characters, and you're like, this character is different than my character, or this character is similar to my character, but you don't know how they're different or similar, but you can't talk in this game, and the other people are going to eliminate cards. If they eliminate your character, you lose the game, but you're just going to be playing cards, and they're going to be eliminating them a couple rounds at a time. If your character is the last character standing, you all win the game. If they eliminate your character, you lose the game. I think some people are going to really enjoy this game. I myself, it's okay. It's going to get a 6 rating. It doesn't blow my mind or anything like that. The artwork is cute, but the actual gameplay itself is just kind of meh to me. I'll play this. I know some people are going to like this. It wasn't a game that I'm going to want to visit too often, though. So 6 rating for Similo. Going to the next game. This is a push your luck game. This is Hellboy, the dice game. And this is a very standard push your luck game, sort of pretty much like Zombicide. But in this game, you are going to flip over a card if it is your turn. And you are going to take the blue dice, and then you're going to choose 3 more dice from your dice that are in your area. And there are different colors dice, and the different colors are better. There's more powerful dice. And you're going to choose up to 3 of these dice. And you're going to roll these dice trying to eliminate the cards. The cards have clues on them, and you can stop at any time after you defeat a card and end your turn. Or you can continue to push your luck, and you're using these dice up. And when you use the dice, they're done for your turn. So you're getting a less and less pool of dice, and you're just trying to push your luck, see how many clues you can get each turn. As soon as someone reaches 15 points, 15 clues, everybody else gets 1 more turn to try to get more clues than yourself. It is a very, very standard, by-the-number, push-your-luck game with a Hellboy theme pasted on, and Hellboy is my favorite superhero, so I had to try this game. It's going to get a 6.5. It's just very by-the-numbers. I still enjoy it. The Hellboy theme, it's not thematic at all, I wouldn't say, but it's nice to see the Hellboy artwork on there. It's going to replace zombie dice for me, but it's okay, I say. I wouldn't break it out a ton, but if you're looking for a very short push your luck game, maybe you want to try this one out. So going on to the next game. The next game is a roll and write game. This is Motor City. This is the 3rd game, and I think in this this line of roll and writes. I think they're the loaded roll and write games. And the first two were Fleet the Dice game, which was really good, and Three Sisters. When I reviewed those games, I said they were very, very close. It's almost like Three Sisters is just like a retheme, reworking of Fleet the Dice game, where I would just say, pick your favorite theme out of those two. This, you can tell that the designers of those games made this game, because there are similar aspects in it. It's a dice drafting roll and write game, lots and lots of tracks. It's just got the car theme on it. And in this game, you are going to be drafting these dice that are on this board. You are going to take the bonuses that are underneath the dice that you draft, and then you are going to take the action of that dice that you drafted. And they're all going to be moving around tracks, basically. Then you're also going to pick another action with that dice and place that dice on that action and take that action. So basically, you're getting 3 actions with 1 dice. And like I said, it's basically you're just marking off all these tracks. When you mark off the tracks, you are going to mark off bonuses, which are going to get you other things, and it's just like a waterfall effect of you do this action, which lets you do this action. So it's one of those combo-tastic roll and write games, and that's why it's going to get a 7 rating, because it doesn't distinguish itself a lot. I think a couple of years ago I might have given this game an 8 rating, but since there's so many games crowded in this genre of combo-centric roll and write games, this is just it's a good game in that genre. A 7 rating. Some things that hurt it are it's not a very good rule book. I found myself, I read the rule book and I had to go watch a couple of videos online in order to play this game, which that's never a good thing, especially for a game that's not that complex like this roll and write. But it's still a solid entry if you're looking for a little roll and write, and especially if you like a car theme, because you're building out cars in this. But yeah, so 7 rating for Motor City. And we're going on to the next game. The next game is Flamme Rouge. Flamme Rouge is, I would say, a lot of people talk about this game, and I finally got the chance to play it a few times now. And in this game, it is a racing game. You are playing as cyclists, and you have 2 bikers on your team. You have the sprinter and the roller, and you have a deck of cards for each of those cyclists. And everybody at the same time is going to draw 4 cards from each of the cyclists, pick one of those cards, and then put it down. Then when the first player in order is going to reveal a card for that biker and move that many spaces. The cards are just numbers. You're going to move that many spaces. It's a very, very light game. There's some hills and stuff that are in this game that will either slow you down if you're going up the hill or speed you up if you're going down the hill. But you're basically just moving the numbers on the cards that you're playing, and then the other cards it's sort of you're just using these cards as one-time use. That's out of the game, so you have to be strategic of when you want to make your moves. And if you're in the front of the pack, you're going to get these exhaustion cards get put into your deck to just kind of slow that character, that biker, down. This is going to get a 7 rating from me. This is a very, very light game. I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting this light of a game when people talked about Flamme Rouge. This is a very gateway style, welcoming sort of lightweight game. And it really surprised me, but it's going to be easy to get to the table. So if you're looking for a very light, welcoming racing game, this might be a game that you definitely want to check out. So 7 rating for Flamme Rouge. Next game is a light card game. This is Beasty Bar, and this has similar aspects to it, to the older game Guillotine, if you've ever played that. But in this game, each player gets a deck of cards numbered 1 through 12. These cards are going to be animals, and you're waiting in line to get into the Beasty Bar. And on your turn, you're going to play one of your cards. Each of these characters has a different special ability, which is going to sort of manipulate the line, whether it's eliminating one of the animals in line, or jumping through people, or eating other people. And once there are 5 cards in this line, then the front 2 get admitted into the Beasty Bar, and the last animal gets kicked out of that line, out of the game. and the other two in the middle just slide over, and you just continue playing until everybody's gone through their entire deck of cards. This is a pretty neat little game. I like Guillotine. This has definitely similar aspects. I think it's a little bit more strategic than Guillotine, a little less random because you're controlling which characters you're playing. The powers are really they're very easy to explain. The game itself is a very light game. The biggest explanation you're going to have is going through all the different animals and telling people exactly what each of those animals does on their turn. But once you've done that explanation, you can go and play this game in probably around 10 minutes or so. The person who's got the most animals at the end of the game in the Beasty Bar wins. So it's a really cool little card game that I'd been told to play for years now, and I finally got into it. So yeah, 7.5 for Beasty Bar, a really solid, lightweight game that is definitely going to be hitting the table in the next few months. I'm going to continue to play it. I really have enjoyed it. Going on to the next game. The next game is a very small solo-only card game. This is Grove, a 9-card solitaire game. This is the sequel to Orchard, a 9-card solitaire game. And in this game, you have 9 cards, and you are trying to play these cards on top of other cards in a way that the fruit trees are overlaying each other. And so you're going to have oranges and limes and lemons. If you cover a 2 orange spot, sorry, the train's coming, because the train always comes when I'm trying to do these reviews. If you cover a 2 orange spot with a 1 orange spot, you put a dice on there of that color, but it's a 3. And you're trying to overlap them over and over again and get the higher numbers on these. And you can't cover up spots with the wrong type of fruit tree. So you're just trying to put these cards out on top of each other to get high dice points. And it's a fun little solo game. I really like Orchard. I really like Grove a lot. It's going to get an 8 rating. If I was going to suggest one or the other, I'm going to suggest Grove over Orchard, because Grove has a variant where you can play where it makes the game a little bit more complex, not too much, but it gives you sort of ways you can get more points in this. And yeah, I really like this game. If you're looking for a game that takes like a couple minutes at the end of your day and you like so easy, light solo games, Grove or Orchard would be a great option for you to add into your collection. So, going on to the very last game of the day, this is The Court of Miracles. This is... I'll let the train pass. The Court of Miracles is a worker placement / area control game where you are going to be placing out your 3 workers on a spot in a neighborhood. Each neighborhood has 3 different spots on it. You're going to place one of your workers face down because your workers have numbers on them, strength values on them. And then you're going to take that spot's actions, which are very, very simple actions, very like getting coins, getting event cards, which are going to change the game when you play event cards, different things like that. You're going to play the worker down on those spots face down, and then you're going to take the neighborhood action, which is another action that you can do. And throughout the game, whenever the neighborhood is full, all 3 spots are full, there's going to be a little skirmish that goes on. Whoever's got the highest point value in that neighborhood then gets to put out one of their renown tokens on them. And the player who places all 6 of their renown tokens first wins the game. But these neighborhoods, these are just temporary spots. If someone would win a skirmish in a spot that you have a renown token in later on, they replace your renown token, so you get your renown token back. But there is also another spot that you can go to and pay coins in order to place a permanent renown token and also get some sort of skill, some sort of bonus in over there. So you've got to spend all 6 of your renown tokens, whether they're in permanent spots or in temporary spots. And the first player that gets rid of all 6 of the renown tokens wins immediately. And it causes for this really interesting chemistry where, you know, this player's only got 1 renown token left, so everybody's like trying to stop that person. And maybe I've got 3 renown tokens left, and on my turn, I replace one of the renown tokens, and then I do another action that sort of eliminates one of their other renown tokens. So now they only have they have 3 renown tokens and I have 1, so I become the target of trying to stop me from winning the game. So it causes for this really interesting dynamic that happens throughout the game. This is going to get an 8.5 rating. I was not expecting to like this game as much as I do, and it's a very fast game. It is maybe 45 minutes or so that takes, and it plays up to 5 players. Really fast game. One that I think I'm going to really enjoy for the next several months. So definitely check out The Court of Miracles. You don't really hear anybody talking about this game. And it is a few years old. 2019, I believe this game came out. And I finally got to it. It sat on my shelf for a very long time. But yeah, 8.5, really, really good, solid game. That is The Court of Miracles. And that will adjourn this meeting. That will cover all of my reviews for this week. Make sure to comment down below if you've played these games, if you haven't, if you like them, if you don't, if you agree with me. Either way, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe to see more weekly content from me, Shane, at the board meeting in the future. Hope you'll have an amazing day. Take care.